Hello and welcome back. In this lecture we will talk about comments in WordPress, and you will learn how to add an extra layer of security to the comments form and comments process in general. And when it comes to comments, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, do you really need them? And the logic is simple. If you don't really need them on your website, if it's just a static content website where you display your brand on your business, then it might be wise to disable comments altogether. And if this is the case for your website, then I will show you how to do that shortly. If you do need comments open on your website, for example, if you have a blog and you want to invite your visitors to participate in discussions with you, then I will show you how to set up some security measures to the comments process so that not anyone can comment and spam your website. And lastly, I will talk about third-party comments plugins that not only improve the user experience when posting a comment, but also add an additional layer of security. So let's review some comment settings that will help you add that extra layer of security. So at your WordPress admin dashboard, what you want to do is you want to go to Settings and Discussion. This is where the comments options are configured and modified. And here there are several options you can choose from in order to have a level of moderation, a sort of manual approval process to comments so your site won't be spammed. The first option is to require users to register to your website in order to post a comment. This is very useful if your site is some sort of a closed club or closed membership site where users are already required to register and log in order to view content. But if your website is just a blog, which is publicly available for users, enabling this option will actually reduce the amount of comments you will receive. So in this case, I do not recommend, if this is the case for you, I do not recommend that you enable this option. The second option you can look into is to automatically close comments on articles on posts after a certain amount of days. Once again, that is very dependent on the nature of your blog, of your site. If you have articles on your website that are evergreen, then you may opt to keep the comments always open. If the topics are seasonal or have a very short time span, then maybe you would like to close the option to add a comment after a certain amount of days. The next setting is probably the most important one. And this is this setting right here, that a comment must be manually approved before it is published. By enabling this option, you prevent bots and attackers to publicly post comments on your website that include malicious links or external links that are unrelated to your website. And basically, you prevent your website from becoming a junkyard for unrelated links in comments. And I also recommend that you keep the options to receive email notification when a new post has a comment and when a comment is held for moderation. So you will always be on top of the game. You will always be notified when you have a new comment published and is waiting your approval. Once you have the settings you require in place, just simply scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on Save Changes. And now let's put it to the test. I will open a new incognito window and I will browse a page that has a post in it and also has the option to leave a comment. So I will simply type in test. I will type in my name and an email address. And I will click on Post Comment. And as you can see on the screen, I now have a message saying that the comment is awaiting moderation. Let's see what it looks like from the admin dashboard. I'll close this window and I will go refresh the page. And now, as you can see, I have a comment waiting for moderation. This comment is not visible on the website. I can now click on comments and see all the comments that are published on my website. And here I can choose to either approve or trash or mark as spam. So as you can see, this simple security measure that we've added, this comment moderation process, can go a long way in preventing your visitors or unwelcome visitors to publish junk and unrelated links in your website. As I mentioned earlier in this lecture, I would like to mention a couple of comments plugins for WordPress that really goes a long way in adding a slick functionality user interface and also add some security measures to the comments process. So the first one is WP Discuss, and this plugin, what it does is it's not only improving the way that the comments form look on your WordPress site, it also has some very nice features and add-ons to integrate with antivirus and anti-spam plugins for WordPress, such as Akismet, WordPress Zero Spam, and so on. And it also has a built-in captcha module that's been added to comments form. So before user submits a comment, he needs to complete a short question, a short quiz, to type a series of letters to verify that he is human. The second plugin is Discuss, and Discuss is actually a comment system, a very, very popular commenting system that requires users to be logged into their service in order to comment. It also has a built-in anti-spam features that scans the content, scans the published content for junk, and really can help to save your website clean while still preventing comments. Now, for me, my own personal favorite is WP Discuss. This is what I am currently using on my main website, and I'm very happy with it. And the basic plugin is free without the add-ons, but it will include the captcha feature, so you can simply go to the WordPress.org plugins repository. I've included a link to this plugin at the resource section for this lecture. You can simply go to the WordPress repository, download, and add this to your website. So in this lecture, you have learned how to add an extra layer of security to the comments process, the commenting process of your WordPress site. In the next lecture, we will deep dive into WordPress security, and we will apply security measures to the database file system. We will prevent hot linking. We will protect the login process and registration process even more with a walkthrough, a deep dive walkthrough of the all-in-one security and firewall WordPress plugin. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture.